And good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Neely FX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, and hopefully making money doing all those things. This is my daily update for Tuesday, February the 24th, 2026. We got some things to talk about today. So just when you think things are going to get boring, they spice up a little bit. So first, since we're talking about real risk and real making and possibly losing some money, let's talk about the risk disclaimers. Let's talk about risk. First, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. Forex trading is highly speculative at the high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So with that, let's go straight into it and see what's going on today. Look at that right there. The Japanese yen is the weakest of the currencies by a lot, and it's the only one that's weak, according to this thing. So let's go over here and find out what happened. First, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up against some all-time lows here. Not all-time lows. That's all-time low is like 2 cents. But when it first came out in 2012, but it's up against some recent lows. And could be finding more selling pressure on that. But with that, let's get into the currency. So we're going to look at the bond market real quick. And we've had kind of because first, I'm not sure what I'm looking at yet. I'm looking for yet. Looking for a strong disparity between the bond yields, but I don't see it too much. Don't see it too bad. The Great British Pound is. British 10-year seems to be a lot of money flowing into it today, with the yields dropping. I don't see what I'm looking for. So with that, let's go into the DXY. DXY is right here, and it is. Let's go over here first and see if we can see some news that came up. China's Foreign Commerce Ministry is actively monitoring recent tariff adjustments by something. Reserves right to take necessary measures. So who knows what that means. But at any rate, that's what we've got going on for today, the 24th. Yeah, the 24th. Got the Australian inflation coming out later on tonight. That's about it. Come out about 7:30 our time, 7:30 New York time. So on the other side of the world, it is not 7:30. So let's go back over here to the DXY and see what we've got going on. A little bit of strength in the dollar, but not enough to write home about yet. Euro versus the pound. Again, looks like the pound might be pulling ahead a little bit. Euro versus the dollar. Again, pretty flat line right there. Not a whole lot to talk about or anything right there. Then we come over here. Look at that. Got a little bit of a breakout right here going on with the dollar versus the yen. I don't know what the catalyst is behind this yet, but then again, we don't really need a catalyst. We just need to understand that prices going in different directions. So got a little bit of a bull run here. It's running into some strong resistance though. I'm not sure that I would jump into this trade just yet. It is up 120 pips so far today, so that's a pretty healthy jump. But it's not just going nuts. So that's on the daily chart. Yeah. Not sure that I would get into that. You may want to tread very carefully on this. We're still have. Let's draw a little trend line right here. Let's see if we can get trend lines. Well, let's draw a ray instead. A ray. As you can see, it's bouncing right up against a trend line right there, a potential trend line. So I don't know that I would jump into that trade just yet. So in fact, I might be looking for a reversal based on that trend line. If we do have a triangle, we don't have a whole lot of one going in either direction. Looks like a symmetrical triangle, so it's not one that kind of gives away what direction we're going to be going in. I do see a lot of lower lows on this, but we've got 3 touches on that trend line that I just drew. We'll see if that pans out. Again, I'm not jumping into that trade because it just doesn't seem like it has a whole lot of momentum. It looks like a one-shot done run on that one. Pound versus the dollar, dollar strength, pardon me, dollar weakness. This might be the currency you want to get into. It's had its struggles lately, so I'm not sure that I would get into that with as much conviction, because this market has no conviction either. That's the weirdest thing about the forex markets I've noticed lately, is that they've been really languishing. Nothing really has a whole lot of oomph to it, a whole lot of conviction. And here we have the pound versus the yen. If this reverses, we don't have the trend line, the nice clean trend line like we had on the dollar versus the yen. But where would we put that? It'd be way up here. So you may have a little bit more run on the pound versus the yen than the dollar versus the yen. I would be looking for a bounce downward on the dollar versus the yen. A lot of other things going on with the dollar that are not going on with the Great British Pound, such as the tariff situation, because no one's really kind of figured that out yet. Euro versus the yen, again, might have a little bit more run to it. Might want to be looking to that on yen weakness instead of the UCAT, the UJ, the dollar versus the yen. Dollar versus the Canadian, coming right up against resistance right there. So we're not buying into resistance on that one. Just do not see the just don't see a whole lot of conviction in this market either. Nothing for me to get nuts over. Pound versus the yen. Pardon me, Canadian versus the yen. This trades similarly to the pound versus the yen, but it's not as near as much range to it. Again, I don't know that I would jump into this trade right now either. So the place to trade, if I were to take a trade, would have been last night. Let's go back to the hourly for a second. I'll show you the time that I looked at the chart last night just briefly and thought, oh, that's an attractive price. It was right around in here, around 208. I guess it was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It was right around down here. I saw the price right around 208, 80, 208.70. I thought that might be a good price to come into the dollar versus the yen, or pardon me, the pound versus the yen. And then I didn't do it. And then there's the price, the theoretical price I paid. However, I'm not going to let FOMO enter this. There will always be trades in the future on this, so I'm not going to just start throwing money at the pound versus the yen, because I don't see a lot of conviction going on there. It hit this line right here, what is that line? Look for support test here. Okay, well, that's going to be a resistance test now since price is underneath it. So that is that number is 208.10 or 210.80. It pretty much hit that number and then reversed, or got real close to it. 210.73. A lot of times resistance is based in areas, not just a certain level. So because it's working like clockwork, I probably might want to consider looking at a place to get underneath it, because this could be a trap, could be a bull trap. Fell for a lot of those lately. Where was I? Oil. Oil's up to 66.40, kind of finding some solid ground there, with a lot of geopolitical stuff going on. You know, we're going to telegraphing we're going to bomb Iran for months now. We haven't done it, so who knows. Aussie versus the dollar. Again, building a lot of support right there at 70.53. I tend to avoid the 50s ranges because they go either way. It's 50-50. In the whole, it's kind of a psychological level I try to avoid. So I'm not getting into that one. Probably could come into it about here. Well, 71.12, that's too high. Maybe above the recent candle close. 70.90, that's still a little bit too high. Probably go on a smaller time frame if I were going to trade that. I would have to be in the office all day. That would drive me nuts too. That's where when I have the danger of getting casino finger and you sit there and hit buy, sell, and you end up chopping your account up. Uh, let's see, gold. Gold's pulling back. Hit 52 last night, and pulled back right there, about $60. So gold is pulling back. Maybe we have some security in the world. Maybe Congress quit spending so much money. Ha ha ha. Oh well. Government spending has not stopped, so gold really has no ceiling. You may have seen an X comment of mine last night on that one. Platinum, not really going anywhere either right now. Palladium, again, not anything I trade, but something I just keep an eye on. But silver, look at silver. Got a nice doji forming right there. If that holds up, then we're going to see a drop in the price of silver, and it's right up against resistance. Again, I'd be a fool to go long on that one. So with that, that is about all I've got yesterday. It is fun watching the software stocks get chopped up again yesterday. HubSpot down almost 7%. Salesforce down 3.375%. Intuit is down 5.5%. Adobe is down 4.6%. And these are all companies that I've done business with in the past or I've worked with in the past as a developer. And it's interesting watching the whole software sector fall apart right now from a financial backing point perspective. I'm not sure if AI is going to play a role in that. I should put NVIDIA in there too and compare to that one. Let's do that. Considering that's the here it is. Seems to be the stock that everyone has their eye on for the AI trade since they make AI chips. I'll put that one right there. So look at this one. Oh, look at that. Back out to weekly and see what we're looking at. So Nvidia sure has cooled off since last year. Last year was way down here. 50. Now it's up to 191. And running into a lot of resistance, consolidating. Nice consolidation pattern right there at 192. I wonder if that's got room to run. I mean, I'm not going to put money in it, but you know, you might. You can if you want to. That is why this is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not trading advice. But at any rate, that's all I've got for today. I'm going to put it back on the DXY because that's my favorite thing. I mean, sorry, but the JPY, GJs, that's my favorite thing to watch. But that's about all I've got for today. Trade carefully today. If you've got, just without a bunch of news going on, it's going to be a lot of whipsawing going on. But at any rate, you guys have a great one. I'll talk with you later. If you like this channel, then hit the thumbs up. Or if you like this video, then hit the thumbs up channel. If you really like this channel, then subscribe to it. And we'll come out with more videos often. And lastly, if you want to talk to me face to face or keyboard to keyboard, then just hit me up in the comment section, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. So in the meantime, you guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.